Sam, my man, welcome to CAA. Appreciate you being on the show.
No, I appreciate the invite, man.
Yeah, sorry about my voice today, man. I mentioned to you before we recorded, this is my flu game, Jordan style. I'm a little under the weather, so I've got this extra rasp. So forgive me.
You sound sexier that way, man. You should keep that rasp. You should try to keep whatever you have.
Yeah, like Sam said, I sound sexy.
It goes with the goatee, man. I swear, you should try to keep it.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, you've been on my radar for a minute, Sam. But there was a moment where I was like, listen, let's cut the nonsense. I need Sam on the show now. And it was started at the Piggybanx dinner. You remember that day by any chance?
It's hard to forget, man. Hard to forget.
Vaguely. I'm gonna show something real quick, just so everybody else can see what I've been playing repeatedly. Sam, right? I'm gonna skip through it, but this is Jason, right? One Lucky Piggy pulling your name for the Moon Mando. And this reaction right here, Sam. I mean, if you can even see past everyone mobbing you. But on the tail end of this, in like 30 seconds, because this is the longest celebration I've seen. Like, I don't even think the Eagles celebrated this long after winning the Super Bowl, right? But look at you. You're like out of breath. You just ran the marathon in the Olympics here. And you're going to get another angle on it here as soon as I think over creme de la Piggy's other shoulder. You are exhausted. Look at you. You're whooped right now.
I was winded, man.
Look at your face. You're done. You're done. Like, you're bewildered. You're spent. Talk me through this, man. I'm already losing my voice in my flu game. Look at this. Sam, tell me about this moment, man.
That was a special moment, man. That was, you see what, I guess you had a better viewpoint than I did there. I recorded a video myself. I was recording that draw the entire time. And what you don't see from my video is like my ass cheeks are clenched. You know, I'm nervous because that's the piece. That's my grail. Like I've been wanting that piece ever since I seen the reel for it. And obviously it's not available. I could never get it. So I was really, really nervous. I wanted that piece bad. And all those guys around me, you see why they celebrated so much is they knew how bad I wanted it.
Yeah.
So when Jason turned around slowly and he looked straight at me, there was a moment where I'm like, no, this could not be, right? And then he actually said my name. I actually paused for a second and you see all the guys around me, they were like going nuts. Like,
you look like you saw a ghost, Sam. That reaction. I love that reaction, man. You go from like just sheer, I don't know, panic / terror / confusion to elation to exhaustion in the matter of 5 seconds.
Well, yeah. Well, I had Eddie jumping on my back, and I don't know if you know Eddie, but he's not a small guy. He's jumping on my back. He's like, and he's going crazy. I had Samir, who had one too many whiskeys, and he was going nuts, and he was in my ear. And I had Johnny PC Chasing Grails. I don't know if you've spoken with him.
I don't think so.
But he was behind me as well. And actually, he was helping me put my bag together because my bag fell apart as well. From just the weight. I was carrying 50 piggies in my backpack because I went there for trade night, right? I had 50 piggies in my backpack and I was jumping up and down. And I guess the zipper gave out and it just like flew open, right?
Honestly, in the video, I thought that was like a diaper changing station. You kind of like lay it flat.
It's like a changing table right in my back, right? Like you had no idea what the hell I was carrying in my back. Yeah, it was my backpack with like 50 pieces in there, and it just fell apart just at that moment.
Everyone's robbing you while you're celebrating the Moon Mando.
Well, yeah, that's why Johnny was like trying to put my bag together. He was just standing behind me trying to hold my bag together. And he's such a bro for doing that. But yeah, that was a crazy moment, man. Definitely a highlight.
Man. I like living it secondhand here from the East Coast. I have to ask though, if Jason would have pulled somebody else's name to hit the Moon Mando, that's what, Radiant variation? Is that right?
Radiant, yeah, that's right.
Which, by the way, is stunning on that piece.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Stunning on that piece. If he pulled somebody else's name, are you making a cash offer that night for it?
I'm not somebody who normally does that. Like I don't like to proposition people for things unless
Sure.
they kind of give me some kind of, I don't know,
The head
some
nod.
kind of, yeah, like they give me some kind of feeling that, you know, they're looking to move it. Like I'm not somebody that likes to go and proposition people right away when they get a piece.
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't think I would, but yeah, but
I wouldn't either. Be
yeah.
respectful, but maybe in the parking lot.
In the parking lot or afterwards, so, you know, on the flight home, like I'll just send a, you know, quick text, like, you know, if you're ever looking to move it, yeah, I may.
You ever get sick of that shine, that radiant shine?
Exactly. I may have. Who knows?
Who knows? I'd be curious. I'm happy you hit it straight up, though. So, Sam,
Thanks,
tell
man.
everyone watching, even though I'm sure they know, who are you? Where are you from? What's your background? Before we dive in deep.
Yeah, man. I'm a devoted husband and father of two, from Vancouver.
Boys, girls?
Two girls.
Yes,
my
girldad.
Girldad, yeah. My wife and two daughters might you know, take issue with that characterization. I have they haven't felt the devotion for the past year ever since I found Piggybanx, but
Sure.
but I like to tell people I'm a devoted dad and husband. I own an insurance brokerage, so that's how I fund all these piggies.
Nice.
And yeah, it's from Vancouver, BC, in Canada.
So how old are your girls?
Would you believe it if I told you my oldest is 17?
No.
My oldest is 17. She's in her senior year this year. You know, so she's graduating next September, or sorry, next I guess next June.
Amazing.
And hopefully going to college in September.
Okay, so you had your first kid when you were 7.
Yeah, not quite. I'm not gonna tell you what age I was when I had this, so you can't guess my age. But but yeah, my oldest is 17.
7. All right.
And my youngest is a teenager.
Ooh. I hear these years are tough, man. Give me some positive hope. I have a 10 and 6-year-old, both girls. I don't know if you've seen the openings with them.
I have. Yeah, I just saw, yeah.
But I mean, I'm in a beautiful phase right now, and people terrify me of what's ahead. Should I be terrified, Sam?
Yes, absolutely. I'll tell you this much, okay? You got maybe, with your 10-year-old, you got maybe 2 good years left.
Okay.
and it goes downhill for people. Tell me it'll go downhill for the next 11 years after that.
Okay.
By the time they graduate college, they probably they come back to you a little bit and they start to appreciate it a little bit more.
All right.
But you can do no right after they turn about 12. Okay. You know, there's always something that daddy is doing wrong. Right. I'm sorry I don't have better news for you.
No, you're good, man. You're good. It's good to be mentally prepared for these things. Okay, so you have an insurance agency. Does your wife like Piggybanx?
She is not so much into the art scene. Okay. She's more into like jewelry and bags. Okay. Kind of scene. So you know, different collectibles, I should say.
We all have our thing. Maybe Piggybanx Collector Heart 3 will be some purse design.
Maybe then she might be interested. I show her the pieces regardless. I like to show her. I'll tell her about my pieces. She was excited for me when I came back to the hotel with a moon mando, and I was telling her about the story.
Yeah. She traveled with you. That's amazing.
I took the whole family with me, man. I don't know if you saw my story. I posted a story. It was with the Trojan horse. And
no, I missed it.
It was, you know, the promise of a family vacation, and then, you know, in the Trojan horse was the Piggybanx dinner, right?
Yes, then I did see that one. I did see that. The promise of a family vacation is what got me. Yeah, I recall.
So that moon mando actually cost more than what I paid for it.
That doesn't cost.
But no regrets, man. No regrets.
I love it. So what got you started into Piggybanx? Was Piggybanx your entry into the art space?
Yeah, I mean, I had some other wall arts, but like, you know, definitely nothing in this small format space, right?
Sure.
You know, I know we're not supposed to call them cards, right? But you kind of the card format, right? So I don't have anything in that format. So Piggybanx was my first, and it was actually from my buddies. Like, he's been collecting since I want to say late 2022 or early 2023.
Okay.
So he started collecting, and he's been telling me about this stuff for like months, and I never paid attention to it because I was too busy. I started out in I shouldn't say started out. I got back into collecting a few years ago, collecting hockey cards, like sports cards, TCG.
Yeah.
And my buddy's been showing me this all, pieces all the time. I'm like, well, what's special about it? I don't get it. Like, how are they 101? Because I can see two pieces just right here, right?
Sure.
Then it's that learning process, right? Variants and whatnot. And then finally, like you, my very first piece was the Dream Team 2.0.
Yes.
I saw that. Well, I shouldn't say that that's what got me in, because I saw a lot of beautiful pieces even before then, but I just never hit. Like, I tried to do that first come first serve thing, and my finger dexterity is really, really bad. So I was never quick enough. But I was quick enough for the Dream Team 2.0. So that was my very first hit.
Oh, you got that from Canvas Marketing?
From Canvas Marketing. And I think, I don't know what it was. And maybe like people didn't realize the drop was on a different site. I have no idea, but like I was able to snag it. And I snagged that at retail. And actually, this funny story with that is the next day my order got canceled. And I had no idea why it got canceled. I was so excited. I remember the night before I was telling my wife, oh, I hit this crazy piece. And my wife's like, how much did you spend? And of course, I'm in Canada, so it's like $5,000 Canadian, right?
Sure, yeah.
So she's like, how much did you spend for that card? And I was like, $5,000, but you don't understand. It's very, very valuable.
Yes.
And then my order got canceled. And I was like going nuts, and I was DMing Piggybanx. I was like, oh man, what's going on? What? They're like, hey, it's not our problem. That wasn't distributed by us.
Yeah.
And I finally got it resolved with Canvas. Like, I think like a day or two later, he finally got back to me. He's like, oh, it got flagged for fraud, blah, blah, blah. I said, I promise you, it's not fraud. Like I'll give you my ID, everything.
Yeah.
And we sorted out, and that was my very first piece.
What variation did you get?
I have two right now. I hit both of them retail. I love this so much, I picked up a second one because I wanted to see a second variant. I believe my first was scale. I think it was scale first and then digit second.
I'm not going to lie, Sam. I've gone on the record saying I would have bought the whole run. I would have bought the whole run. If I could, if I was on that site, I would just keep hitting buy. I would have bought them all. I would have bought them all, and then talk to the wife later and explain, confess my sins.
Yeah. You know what? That thought crossed my mind too, but I was a little bit fearful of my wife, what she might thought.
That's fair.
That's a 25 large Canadian for I think they dropped 5 at a time, and they did it in 3 different runs.
Oh.
So
where was I, Sam? I miss all these things.
Man,
that piece though, man. I have so much national pride. The Olympics just hit me different, and that piece. Needed that piece. Were you going for Team USA in the Olympics?
Yeah, man. Like, because Team Canada in basketball, I mean, it's
they were decent. They were decent this Olympic
They're
Games.
decent now, but ever since I was a kid. But I've been following basketball since I was a kid, right? Like, you think back like a few decades ago, like Canada was nowhere on the scene, right, for basketball.
For sure.
So, so I was always cheering for Team USA.
Okay.
So Team USA was still my team, even though I'm Canadian. I mean, I'm going to be hung by a lot of my Canadian friends for saying that, but that's just the truth.
Tell them to skip over this
Team
part.
USA basketball.
That run by Curry.
Oh,
how could you not buy that piece if you watched the Olympics?
Exactly.
How could you not buy that piece?
No, but that came out before the Olympics, though, right? So we bought that.
It did. Yeah, it did.
So when I bought it, we didn't know whether they're going to win gold or not. And then when they were behind by 17 points or whatever, I'm like, oh man, this is going to be a painful reminder of their failures if they don't win, right?
Yeah.
And then the way they came back, and
that
made
Serbia.
this
You're talking
piece
about
so
Serbia
much
game, right?
against Serbia. Yeah. The way that they came back, I was like, it was meant to be, man. I got this piece. It's like the greatest piece ever. It's never leaving me.
Greatest piece, but you don't need 2 of them, Sam. I need
You're
two of
right.
them.
You're right. I don't need to, but I just loved it so much that I wanted to see it in a different variant. And
It's fair.
and
It's
so
fair.
I picked up a second one. I wanted to pick up a third one too, and then just at that time I was just buying too much secondary, and I just ran out of cash. There was some that were available that I really wanted to pick up as well. So.
Okay, so that's your first piece, and where do you go from there?
Then my very first piece from studio was the Kobe Nat Geo. And I
Okay.
actually, again, because my finger's too slow, I didn't hit any of that. I basically sent a DM to Brad and said, "Hey man, I haven't been able to hit anything on your site, you know." And actually a buddy of mine actually gave me this advice. He's like, "Hey man," he hooked me up with a piece before because I was telling him like how much I loved his pieces and haven't ever been able to cop one. And he just hooked me up with a DM and sent me an invoice and, let me buy a piece direct. So that's what I did, man. I just took my buddy's advice who was in it before I did. And I DM'd him, and then he was nice enough to let me. I said, "I really love Kobe," and he's like, "Well, I have these pieces," and I got the Kobe Nat Geo because directly from Brad because of that.
Awesome piece. I've tried to get it a couple times on secondary and it failed. I'm going to ask you a question. I don't know the answer to this. I normally ask questions I know the answer to. Not with you, Sam. I don't know this, so be gentle.
All right.
Do you have the stained glass Kobe piece?
I do not have that yet. That is on my wish list. That is a beauty. That's on my wish list, man.
It's been in my grasp twice.
Yeah.
Twice. And just
same.
All right, so you get Dream Team 2.0. You get Kobe Nat Geo. That's a heck of a start. Then what happens?
Then I believe my next piece was the Space Race Lewis. Okay. I hit that.
Yep.
And then I traded with my buddy for the Kobe Channel 24. So like I said, Kobe is my guy.
Yeah.
And so I got the Kobe Channel 24. And then after that, I finally hit one direct. And my very first was, Space Race was I hit direct as well. But the second one after that was the Dreams Duck. It was all a dream.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. It's all behind me right there. But that's one of my favorite pieces, just because the story and everything that came with it.
Sure. Are you going to walk us over to that wall at some point, Sam?
At some point, I will, man. I'll show you around.
Because I got to tell you, when I start hearing the story, it sounds like sports is your lane, but I know better, Sam. I'm researched, and I don't know what your lane is. Do you have a lane?
You know what? I started out sports because, like I said, I rip packs. That's what I love to do, right? Sports and Pokemon. So I rip packs. Those are my two, I guess if you would call it lanes. But then with Piggybanx, man, it's just like they create so much nostalgia. Like one of the first pieces that got me to buy in the secondary was the wavy Mario Bros.
Yeah.
So the Aaron Kai collab.
Sure.
And I grew up playing Super Mario. Like, that was my jam. Like I was a Nintendo kid. And when I saw that piece, I had to have it. So that was like, I think one of my first secondary purchases. And I paid a lot for it. Just because I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like, well, what is my lane, right? Like just basically anything that speaks to me that, is nostalgic. If I like it, I'm going to go for it.
I am there with you now, right? I mean, anyone who's watched the channel from the start is like, I'm only sports.
Yeah, and then
there's a slow drop.
Yeah.
Anything I love, which is everything.
Yeah.
Still a problem. Little known, I'm going to share something with you, Sam, because I like you. I've never told anyone this before. Okay? Literally, nobody knows this.
All right. It's breaking news.
Yeah, and it's going to break the internet. Like, nobody knows this. My wife, because I always ask, your wife is okay with things and other people, if their wives are okay, et cetera, or husbands, whatever the case might be. My wife had a lot of questions when I bought some Piggybanx on the secondary market because they weren't cheap. But little known fact, and I'm not going to tell you why, but I used to call my wife Piggy. It's a true story. It's a true story. Okay, she's all of 5'2" and like 100 pounds. Okay, like There's nothing piggy about her in the sense of the word. But however we arrived at that nickname, now that I'm into Piggybanx, it's weird, man. It's like it's meant to be. And wife asks me all about it all the time.
That is something I feel like that would get me like sleeping on the couch
Right?
for like a month or months on like calling my wife.
She's like, you telling me this artist really is Piggybanx? I'm like, yeah, like I'm not making it up. Anyway, she should be all in for that reason.
It's fate.
It's fate.
It's fate, man.
It's fate. Okay, so you're in all pieces now. Have you been to both Piggybanx dinners?
I did, man. I went to the first one, and I loved it so much. I actually wasn't supposed to be at the second one because we were planning a family trip to Japan. But those plans kind of fell through. So my backup was a Disneyland trip with the family, and so I can make the second dinner.
Everything happens for a reason, right? It's all about the moon mando.
Yeah, I feel like that was fate that landed on my lap because I wasn't even supposed to be at that dinner. So
I agree.
Man.
So tell us about some of your favorite pieces. You've got a whole flipping wall, Sam, and you've got a piggy pop behind you.
I got a piggy pop from Flamingo Banks. If anybody's not familiar with him, he makes some really good stuff.
Flamingo's the man.
Flamingo's the man. He's making a few other pieces for me right now. Just dope stuff. So I love it. I can't wait to get it. You want me to take you to the wall and show you some of my favorite pieces? Take me to the wall.
Flamingo's going to be on the show soon, by the way. I haven't booked it, but we've talked about it.
All right, man. I'm going to take you over here. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I can see it.
This is one of the most recent pieces I just got. It's the one piece.
Oh.
I don't know if you can. I'm going to just take it off here. If you can see it closer, the one piece.
Yes, that's the variation that. Oh, man.
This is the alpha.
Come on,
so it's the top dog, I guess. So I love that piece because of just the connection that I have with it personally. My office is actually right across from a building named after because you see how it has this Jimi Hendrix vibe to it.
Yeah.
So my office is actually right across from a building that's named after his grandma.
That's wild.
And my office is actually on the block that his grandma worked at, and that Jimi Hendrix would visit like every summer as a kid. So, when I saw that piece, I was like, man, did they know this about me? Like, I just felt like so personal to me, right? And people are like, nah, this got to be by chance. But I was like, but it's my alpha. So, what? I'm so impressed with those guys at the studio that I put nothing past them. Like, they could have known. Who knows? Like,
sure.
Nothing seems to be done by accident. You know what I mean? Like, they're so meticulous in everything that they do. So
now, when you say it's your alpha,
yeah,
Sam, are you a knight?
I'm a knight. Yeah,
I know you're a knight. I just meant for the people watching. I know you're a knight. How'd you get into being a knight? Well, I know you're standing up, but I'm still going to ask you questions.
You know what, man? It was just I was missing so much.
Yeah.
Like I told you, my finger dexterity was terrible. And the email submissions, I wasn't getting any love from that. And I was missing so much. I'm like, here's my chance to guarantee myself 24 pieces in a year.
Yeah.
And a dinner. Right?
Sure.
And I'm like, how can I miss up on that opportunity? I just had to go for it.
I love that you keep blaming your finger dexterity. That's why.
I mean,
I became a knight because of my finger dexterity.
Well, you know what, man? Because I knew so many buddies that were like, we all did the same thing. We're just trying to camp it, trying to click it. My profession, like I'm a little bit busier, so then I'm not always able to camp it. So sometimes it was because of my finger dexterity. Sometimes it was just because I was just too busy. I didn't have time to camp it. Right?
Absolutely. The alpha on that piece is insane, though. Sam?
Yeah.
I said the black label I thought was better than the regular label on that particular piece. I just like the colors. I mean, the regular label I think was the pink and purple.
Yeah, I got them both, bro. Right here. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Oh, like what? Yeah,
I got them both because I had another knight helped me out and ordered the 400 because I couldn't make up my mind between the two. So I was like, hey man, if you're not ordering the 400, would you mind just hooking me up, right? And he,
Sure.
he was nice enough to do it.
Okay, Sam. Let me keep me going. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm keep it going, Sam.
All right, man. I'll take you through this wall a little bit. So stop me if you see a
Do
piece
you have enough 400s? Let's start there. Do you have enough?
Well, here, I got a couple more down here. I don't know if you see those.
I see them, Sam.
I have a couple more of those down here. So I got no space for them right now. And then I got a couple more on this side of the wall here.
Can you show me the Espatron, please? Like,
the Espatron. Yeah,
I
man.
have to, man. Like, this one hurt. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not into this world at all. Okay? But this piece is crazy.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Like, the art on this and the Umbratron, I thought were exquisite. And then, I got the matching black label wave on it, which is, man, I lucked out. Man, the studio really hooked me up because I think they knew I had the black label wave for the Umbratron. So for the Espatron, they gave me the black label wave as well to match.
And I'm sorry, I interrupted. You're showing a 400 crown. You were over to the 400 crown over here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. There, I just got that yesterday. That just came in yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Pick that secondary.
No. So what happened was they didn't make 400s. They didn't make 400s when they when for the first 7 releases. And then they came out with it afterwards, right? So then they're like, now that we're making 400s, if you guys want a 400 from a previous release, you're allowed to pick 2. So I picked the Banks Crown and Love Struck, which I think you saw from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got those in.
That's incredible. That's a great selection, by the way. I mean, I find that to be a no-brainer selection.
Yeah, and I have this other curry piece here. I don't know if you're a curry guy. I know you're a dreams.
Yes, I'm a curry guy. I buy all things curry.
Yeah, same here. So that's
that one's the autograph piece too, right? The night one, right?
Yeah, that's right. The night.
Yeah.
And then this is like one of the very first pieces that captivated my attention.
Yeah, it's a great piece.
Yeah, this was one of the pieces that really got me into Piggybanx.
Your hand's right over it. It's right over it. Is that the Moon Mando right below it?
Right below it is the Moon Mando. Yeah, you got good
see
eyes.
it.
Right here. Let me show you here. Right here. Boom. Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is, yeah, man. Those are my favorite pieces right there, man. And I know you're a Jordan guy. I got the King of the City 1. I know you have that as well. Yeah. So we're King of the City 1 brothers.
Yes.
Did you get the second one as well?
I did. Yeah, I got second one. Was one of my few studio hits. King of City 1 was secondary. Painful secondary, but secondary.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. These are all secondary for me too, man. I didn't hit any of those, so just got to hustle out there and get the stuff you want, right?
Are your cases glowing, or is that just the light hitting like the blue?
I think it's just it's not. It's not glowing.
They look amazing.
Yeah, man. So those are my favorite pieces right now.
That Piggy Pop looks epic too.
Yeah, man. I like it. It's kind of empty space there. I was thinking about putting up a light up sign there, but this Piggy Pop fits. And I got a couple other things coming. I'm gonna try to experiment. Maybe I'll change it every week. I don't know.
Are you gonna get 1,000? 1,000 size?
I hope so. Yeah, I will eventually. When my cash flow kind of frees up, because you know what, I feel like anytime I build up any kind of cash flow, I'd see something I like, and then it's just be like dogs chasing cars, man. I'd just be like, oh, I need that, and then before you know it, the budget's gone, and then it's like, where's my money for the 1,000%? It's all gone.
So if you could get any 1,000%, what would it be?
Oh man, that's such a good question, man. I couldn't tell you right now. Maybe it hasn't even been made yet,
Ooh, that's fair.
So
mine would have been a stained glass.
There's already one out there, isn't there?
I know. I think Mamba Collector has it.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, man. That's too late. They don't. It's all one of ones. They only make one, right? So
Yes.
unless you can somehow pry it out of his hands. But Mamba Collector, I mean, you're never gonna get a Kobe from Mamba Collector.
I know, man. I know. That's why it hurts. It's like, how do you make a trade with some of these guys? It's impossible. I have to give up.
That's a beautiful
the world.
I know, man.
So do you go to extreme lengths to get a piece, or are you comfortable now being a knight that you're gonna get yours? Or are you still hunting secondary a lot?
I still hunt, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like a dog chasing a car. Like anytime I see a car, it's like, hey, I'm gonna chase that one. Right now for me is the Collector at Heart 1 that I'm really chasing.
Okay.
I still haven't got that.
Did you hit
that's
2?
one. I hit 2. Yeah, it hasn't shipped yet, but I hit 2.
Sure.
And I think that's just because all my bros, my Van City Banks Mafia posting like Photoshop pictures of myself next to a Porsche. So that helped me get one.
That's great. Do you have a preference for that piece?
For the first or second
the variation one? for Collector Heart 2? What are you hoping for?
For the second one, like the Martini Racing stripes, that one is like I have like bags with that same, with the Martini Racing bag. So it would totally match that. So I definitely connect with that one. But there's no bad variant, I think, with either.
No, there's not. I lean towards the Golf just because I like that variation a bit more, but the Martini is amazing too. Yeah.
Yeah, the Golf one is nice too. Either one of those two, I think those would be the chases.
For sure.
To me.
For sure.
Yeah. I love both of those.
I won't.
Did you hit that one?
I did hit, but I'm not. I mean, come on.
Nice.
I'm not sitting here thinking I'm gonna open the alpha like Sam.
No. I've hit one diamond that got milk. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't see that on your thing, but yeah.
And I think that was because I have the whole stark contrast set, and I used to have the 400. I had to get rid of it because, as you can see, I have no space for it anymore.
Sure.
Unless I try to make space,
man. That's what it's all about.
I will, as I go forward, but I need to make space for these guys. So, yeah, I think you know who has a lot of my 400s now, or not directly through me, but it just kind of goes around the community, right? Diamond Joe has like a couple of my 400s. He has my stark contrast now, I believe.
He is hunting, man. That man is on a 400 mission right now.
He is, yeah. I gave him my Glimpse of Gotham for a really good deal. Like, that was such a beautiful piece. It was so hard for me to give it up. But like I said, I was making space for the few that I'm getting now.
Got to do it. What piece, other than Moon Mando, because I assume is that number 1 in your collection?
That is number 1 in my collection. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have to say.
What besides that's the most valuable to you? Not the most valuable, the most valuable to you.
In that collection behind me here?
Yep.
Oh, man. I would have to say, I don't think it's one piece. I love the art collector set and the dinner piece set. So I have the full dinner piece set from the second dinner as well.
Nice.
As well as the first. Those ones are really sentimental to me because of the experience and all the guys that I've met at that dinner. So that is, I would say, like, those 5 pieces to me are the most special to me, that you'll never see me moving those.
Love that, man. I love that pieces don't move. People, there's fakes out there, Sam. You ever seen them? They say they're collectors and they're not collectors.
Yeah, for sure. There's people with different motives in the community, right?
For sure.
But that's like that in any community, though. Like, even if, like, I don't know, it could be like shoes or whatever it be. That there's always people with different motives.
Let me ask you a question, Sam, because you're so knowledgeable on these things. Piggybanx is smarter than all of us. He knows
100%.
He knows what you like, even though you've never told him.
Yeah.
Is that a good or bad thing? Here's what I mean by that. What I mean by that is you'll have some people in the community, or outside the community, I should say, that'll say, well, because Piggybanx knows these people's interests, he's going to give them what they want. And those that he doesn't know, obviously, he can't do that for. And that could be problematic. What do you say to those people?
Bro, man, that's a tough question.
That is a tough question, right?
I personally love it that like it's that discovery for me, right? Like it's just like you said, I didn't even know that I needed that piece until Mr. Banks, made me aware that I love that piece. Like I didn't even know I needed that in my life
Yeah.
until they created it, right? So
Sure.
to me, it's like to enjoy that experience is to be open minded. Like I feel like you got to keep an open mind, and when you see something you love, like just got to go for it, man. You just got to chase it. So
Yeah.
that's how it is for me, man.
Yeah, I think that people naturally just want to be gifted things. I think there's like this inherent thing that's, I'm not saying people aren't willing to work, but they're just ready for the handout, right? And I think in this space, unlike sports cards, because I come from that space, like you do, in sports cards, there's not really this. It's not the same type of environment, right? Where you have to be in, and you have to be committed, and you have to hunt, and you have to do all these things. You just go up the street and buy packs and rip them till your fingers bleed, right?
Yeah.
But here, like, there's something to the hunt. There's something to learning the artist and learning their style and communicating with the community and hopefully communicating. I've told everyone, go to the wishing well, drop in $1 and be like, hi, my name's Bob and I like fish, right? If you ever make a fish piece, like speak your piece, right? Just don't sit around with your hand out. That's my thought. What do you say to that, Sam?
I 100% agree, man. Like, I mean, you get out of the community what you put in. I honestly feel that way. Like you said, even the chase, I meet so many people just talking to them. Like, they hit a piece, maybe they post it on mail day, and I'll say, hey, what connects you to that piece or whatever. And actually some of the pieces that I got, like from trades and from secondary, is from those conversations, right? Like you meet somebody, you realize that, yeah, they hit that piece, but really there was a piece that was, maybe 2 months ago that they loved even more.
Yeah.
And now that opens up the door. It's like, well, you have that piece, like maybe we can do a swap, because maybe you like, I like that, like what he hit more than what I have. And it just starts that conversation. And I totally agree with you, man. Like you can't look for the handouts. Like nobody's gonna give you anything. Well, that's not true. Sometimes people do give you stuff.
Sure.
but you can't go around expecting that. It's only gonna last so long, right? I mean, at some point you have to put in to the community to kind of get the fruits of your labor, right? So
yeah,
I agree with you, man.
Go get it, right?
Go get it.
Around, go get it.
Go get it. Yeah,
now,
100%.
Having been to both piggy dinners, you're the perfect person to ask. What's the difference you see in the community from point A to point B? So we'll just take it from dinner 1 to dinner 2. That was what, April till September-ish?
April till August. I think August 24th was the second dinner. Yeah.
What difference did you see in that time span, if any?
Man, you know what? There's a lot of I see a lot of difference, because even the faces are different. There's like a lot of new faces, new big players, that come on the scene like Fast and Furious, like they just show up out of nowhere and they buy like 20 pieces, 30 pieces.
Sure.
And they barely even have an IG collector account built yet for Piggybanx, but they've got like 30 pieces. It really hasn't changed that much. I think, the guys that I met from the very beginning when I was in it, like, Piggybanx collector, like Ari, Cash, Zeebs, like, all these guys are still around, like, and they're always there, right?
Yep.
But now we see sprinkled in some newer blood, which I love, like the studio is really trying to build their base. We see the Singapore Banks Mafia. So we're just seeing a lot more. Definitely the collector base is broadening, and I love seeing that. I just love seeing that. So I connect with a lot of new people. It's just new faces, but everybody's just the same, man. Everybody's so friendly in this community, new or old.
Sure. What do you think? You have words of advice for Piggybanx, or you just here to watch and enjoy the journey?
Oh man, I'm not qualified to give them any advice, man. But
You're the only person I asked that to, by the way, Sam.
But you know, I put my full faith in them. Like, you know, I know, like many of us, like I talk to a lot of collectors, you know, daily, much like you do, I'm sure. You know, this is part of our day-to-day routine now, I feel like, right? I
Yeah.
talk to a lot of people, and you know, we always have those moments where we kind of question what they do, what the studio is doing. It's kind of like when they switch from first come first serve to email submissions, and then email submissions to you know, equal, you know, and then, you know, everybody always has their opinions. They're like, oh man, I don't think that's going to work out, you know, that's not good, or so on and so forth. But the way I see it is, you know, I feel like the studio has kind of hit the nail on the head every single time, like with with the price increases, with the changes in submission process. I think I think they're knocking out of the park, man. I think they're
So,
like, you know, hitting on all cylinders.
speaking of price changes, did you submit today for the Ronaldo crown?
I did it, man. Like I submitted on behalf of somebody else, you know, just to put in, you know, good words for my homies that I feel like that really want it and deserve it. For myself, I'm not a soccer fan. I'm not going to pretend I am just to get a crown, right?
Sure.
So I'm not going to put my name in that. But no, I didn't go for it. But I saw the price increase, and it was really reasonable. I think I thought it was going to be more than that,
Absolutely.
actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely reasonable. I submitted even though I just got Collector Hardo too. And I mean, it's no secret. I said I'm a sports guy and I'm a crown lover, but I don't think I'm going to hit it. And I just wanted to write Piggybanx a message, and I got tired of dropping in the mess. So you could write something in your submission this time. So I was like, hi, I don't think I'm going to hit this. Just wanted to say hello. Just wrote him a message. I'm sure he's going to love it.
100%. 100%, man. That's why I said I submitted on behalf of you know, somebody else, because I was like, you don't always have an opportunity to write something to the studio. So even though I didn't want to submit for myself, like it's my chance to kind of shine the light on perhaps another collector, right, that really wants that piece. So so yeah, I took my opportunity, man. Just like you, I just took the opportunity just to say hi.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, and what worst case, I hit a crown. Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, tough luck, man. You hit a crown, right?
Yeah, I love sports and crowns. Dang it. Yeah, but this is what I mean by people need to go get it, right? Like,
yeah,
submit. I put a video out that I said everyone should submit. Sam, I got to tell you, I got more DMs after that video, maybe than any other video. It was triple digit DMs of people saying, why would you tell everyone to submit? And this is the, you know, the reason I had said it was obviously, one, it's an amazing piece. Two,
yeah,
if you're into Piggybanx, like, and this is what I think really rubbed people the wrong way, was I said it's, even if you don't want the piece, it's trade leverage. I'm not here to support flippers, but if you want to get into Piggybanx, like, that's a pretty great piece to own for $1,500 to move into a number of pieces.
100%.
Where do you stand on, I think everyone should submit? And again, maybe you just want to write Piggy a love note.
Yeah, man, I'm 100% with you on that. Like, I've experienced that myself. Like I said to you, like I missed so many, like you know, email submissions, first come first serve. I missed them all. Okay, like like I was on a really really cold streak. It was frustrating. And you never know when you're gonna hit, right? So I think a lot of people are like, no, only submit. Like I think you were like that in the beginning too. You're like, nah, I'm only gonna submit on stuff that I want.
That's right.
But then you submit and you don't get it.
And
then
you don't
what?
get it.
Right? You don't get it. So and then people say, well, okay, trade up, trade your way into it. I have nothing to trade. I hit nothing, right? I only submit for things I love, right? So that was the same way for me. Like in the beginning, I was like, I was only submitting for things that I wanted, and then I realized that, well, I'm not hitting those, and I got nothing to trade. So then I started like no, I got to change my strategy. I'm gonna submit for everything, and you know, and maybe somebody might connect with it that, you know, likes something else better, and then I'll be able to make an epic trade. You just never know, right? So I have to take that chance. So I encourage people to do it, and what I think is that, and you know, if I have any advice for, you know, other collectors in the community, is just be a little bit empathetic to those newer collectors, right? Because I think quite often we're so quick to judge, and we jump on them like, oh, you're a flipper. Why did you apply for that piece if you don't actually care for it? Well, it's not that they don't care for it, but they just care for another piece more, right? So if they want to use that as leverage to get another piece that they love more, like, why are we trying to, cast them aside and kind of push them out of the community, right?
Right.
We should be trying to kind of be expanding that tent, right? And getting more people, getting the base, grow the base, right?
Absolutely.
So I think sometimes, if we can just be a little bit more empathetic to like those newer collectors, like just kind of understand their desperation, right? Because you don't hit ever, and you finally hit one, and you're like, man, I need to use this as trade bait.
That's right.
Let them be.
Let them be.
As long as they're not flipping it for like $5,000 on eBay or something.
Yeah, and then
if they
running
want to
away
trade it
with
for
the
something,
money, right? Like, keep
yeah,
the
exactly.
money in house.
Exactly.
Buy some piggies. I'm with you. We need all types.
Exactly. All types, man.
The exponential growth. I'm here for exponential growth. I don't know what the studio wants. I want exponential growth. I want everyone into Piggybanx.
Like, bro, if I can use an analogy, it's kind of like this, man. It's like right now, like just think of like Piggybanx as a rock band. Right now they can sell out concert halls, all over North America. Any day of the week, they could sell it out. But that's, their goal is to, rock out in, like SoFi Stadium in front
Absolutely.
of tens of thousands of people and across, the world, like anywhere, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of their goal. And like, if you want to experience that, you have to be willing to give up a little bit, like it's kind of like, okay, when your favorite rock band, when they grow, yeah, their concert price is going to be, more expensive. You might not get like, you might not even be able to get tickets. Right. But, in order for them to grow though, like you need that base to expand. And so that you can have that experience of one day maybe going to watch them in SoFi Stadium or something. You know what I mean?
Can the community withstand not hitting though? Do you think the community at large, I'm not talking to anyone in particular, but
yeah.
But Piggy is so good, like you said, right? The beauty of Piggy could be an Achilles heel. Here's the question. He is so connected to his collectors, right? In such a beautiful, deep, genuine way, right? I feel that deeply. And I'm fairly new to the community. It's been only, I don't know, 4 or 5. I keep saying it's only been 2 months. I've been saying that for like 6 months. I've been around for a minute. Even I feel connected to the studio, but I'm not nearly as connected as to other people. But he's got this. And with that comes, I think, obligation, expectation on the part of the collector. And at some point, do you think the collectors who, whether they want to acknowledge it or not, have come to have some level of expectation? Can they withstand a drought of missing drops?
Yeah, I mean, again, right? I go back to that analogy, right? I mean, I see a lot of people like, or I talk to a lot of people. They're like, "Oh man, I miss the good old days of like DM for the invoice."
Sure.
Or or even first come first serve. They're like, "I miss those days because they were able to cop." Right.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like likening it to like, okay, I used to watch Taylor Swift like at a pub, performing, like at a pub, and it was so peaceful. I could have my meal while watching her, right? But it's kind of like, do you want that experience, or do you want like the Eras tour experience?
That's
What I
right.
mean?
That's right.
So it's like, in order for you want to see them grow. Like I want to see the best for Piggybanx, right? And I want to see them grow. So I'm willing to miss a few because other people's got to get pieces too to grow the community, right? So I'm a little bit more understanding in that way, but I know some people are like, because they're so used to like, well, I used to watch them like, from my table over here while eating my steak, and it was so peaceful and it was so easy,
So
and
easy.
it was and it was so cheap. It was $200,
That's right.
Or maybe some guys were even around when it was like 100 something. I don't know, but like,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, but that was a different experience, man. Now look at the experience. Now look at their new printers, 400s, 1000%. Like the experience is entirely different. The community is probably very different than what it was back then, right?
Sure.
So enjoy it for what it is, man, and look forward to, better things from them even, right? Like more experiences.
I lose sleep on behalf of Piggybanx over this very issue, Sam. And I'm well studied in business growth, right? I've said before, I've taken more courses at Harvard Business School than I care to even share. I know something, at least related to theory. I don't know if I'm good at it, but I know business theory inside and out. I lose sleep for Piggybanx with this dilemma, right? It's like you have growth, you have just one of the best collector bases out there. I mean, what can you say about the collector base? It's just epic. And how do you keep everything happy? It's tough, man. It's tough. I feel for
them. I feel for them for sure, man. There's not enough pieces to go around, right? But
no, there's not. There's not.
I think
so you either sell more pieces or you keep it the print run what it is, and you've got to share the love, or you don't share the love. Like that. That's a constant battle.
100%. I totally agree. I don't know if they're going to increase the print run any more than what they already. I think when the first time I spoke with Brad at the first dinner, we got to do a studio tour, and so I got to speak to Brad a little bit, and he mentioned that 50 was kind of like where their sweet spot would be. So it's not too far from where it is now. Like I think we saw with Dog Dad that they donated 30,000. So that, to me, that's like 40, a print run of 40 then, right? At 750. Sure. So I think right now the print run's at 40, and maybe they'll, with special variations, it'll go to 50. And I think pretty much it's going to stay there. And really, I don't know how they're going to create more pieces unless they just pump out more art more often. And I don't know how the community will receive that as well, right? Because there's also a scarcity issue, right? Like you want to have that scarcity to make them more valuable.
It's interesting. I'm going to give you a hot take, Sam. I want your read on this. I care about scarcity, like more so maybe than anyone else, because I was a high-end sports card collector. So I don't know how familiar you are with sports cards, but I was into Flawless and National Treasures and Eminence, and those were my pieces, right?
Cream of the crop, yeah.
And I was a one of one guy. I had a massive one of one patch auto collection.
Wow.
So that mattered to me.
Yeah.
For some reason, it matters less to me now. And I have like 6 pieces to my name, like football cards.
Yeah.
And they're nice. I don't know. In this community, I feel like, here's my hot take. If Piggy had a print run of 100, I wouldn't care. Now, people, I'm going to get 892 DMs tomorrow because of that statement. I don't know if I'd care. Would you care?
Oh man, it's hard to say. It really depends on how big the base is at that point, right?
There you go.
If I'm not getting any pieces for like a whole year because they're keeping the print run at 50, and they now have a collector base of like 100,000, then I would say then 100 doesn't seem that bad. I'd be like,
it's all relative, right? It's all relative.
It's all relative, exactly. So at least I have a chance of getting one, right? Because I mean, even when I collect hockey cards, like if I pull a 1 of 99, I'd be happy, right? Because I know that there's, millions of collectors out there. So that's to get a 1 of 99 is still pretty good, right?
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, it could go to 100, could go to 1,000. I think it really depends on how big their following is, right?
Yeah. If you have 40, what's the difference between 40 and 60? If they're getting over 1,000 submissions per drop, which I think for the big drops is like, it's easily over 1,000.
I'm sure.
40 pieces is what, 4%?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
60 pieces is 6%. So it's like, and that's just of people that were there to submit in the submit window. You would think that there's more people out there that would want it, right? So,
correct.
So that's at minimum, you're in the 4% group at the current print run. Like, you would think there's room to grow.
You're 100% right. Your math is on point.
Man, come on. Harvard Business School. I can do basic math.
Your math is on point, man. I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, there's not enough to go around, man. So you're always gonna have people that are
I can't
somewhat
get
unhappy.
pieces today, Sam. Like I put out more posts than I think people realize on the secondary market. I'm like in search of that group, and in search of, I put ISO and I type whatever I want to type. Nobody responds to me ever.
It's
in search of this, nothing. In search of Aspatron, nothing. In search of Kobe, nothing.
I'm with you on that, man. But I think that's because the studio has done a much better job at their allocations.
Yeah.
I do know kind of the reason for that, because I was lucky enough to have kind of like some one-on-one time with Brad at the second dinner. I did visit him at the studio. He gave me a tour of the new studio before it was ready.
How's it look?
Oh man, it was amazing. The only thing that I'm pissed off about was I couldn't spend enough time there with them, and because I was actually an hour and a half late to go and pick my family back up. So this is how I scheduled it. Okay, we finished Disneyland. We're checking out at Disney Hotel on the Wednesday morning. So I said to my wife, "I'm gonna go pick up the rental car now. I'll be back. Right? I'll be back by checkout. Checkout is like 11 a.m. or whatever it is, right? And I'm out the door at 8 a.m. But I went to the new studio. Nobody was there. I was knocking on the door. I could not find anybody, right? But luckily, it's not far from the first studio, and I remember where the first studio is. So then I went to the old studio, and they were there. So I kind of connected with them there, found them there, and then Brad said, "Hey, you want to go to the new studio? I'll show you around." And I'm like, "Man, I'm at this point. I'm already half an hour late to go pick up my kids and my wife and help them pack up and check out, right?" But I'm like, "Yeah, man, we got to do it, right? I got to see the new studio." Went over there, and then he was just showing me around, and then he's telling me their plans, and kind of like man, anytime like Brad is telling you about their plans and what's in store, you just want to sit there and just listen, right, and take it all in.
Sure.
So man, I end up leaving there like, I don't know, an hour and a half later, and and my wife messaged me, and I didn't even check my phone because I was just like, my attention was 100% on listening to Brad. And I get back to my car and I see a message, "Are you coming back?" from my wife. I was like, "Fuck, am I coming back?" Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm right there. I'm like half an hour away.
Yeah, I'm right there. Does she understand?
She did not say a word to me.
Does she understand you have a new piggy in your life? Like if I left my piggy for a new piggy, she wouldn't have it.
No, you know what? She's been pretty understanding. I mean, she's gotten pissed off at me a few times. She didn't really speak a word to me when I picked them up from the lobby. They were waiting outside with all the luggage in the lobby by the time I got back to the hotel. And I was like, shit, I'm in so much trouble right now.
Did you tell her you needed an extra hour and a half, or did you just sit and just turn off your phone and just get lost in Brad's eyes?
I pretty much ignored it all, man. I didn't tell her how long I'd be. I said I had to go to the studio and drop something off, which was true.
Okay.
I was completing a trade with Brad. So, and I brought them some good Canadian treats, and as I really wanted to bring it to them. So I was like, "Yeah, I got to drop this off. I'll be right back. I'll be probably back in time for checkout. No worries."
Yeah.
Right. And I didn't anticipate being back like an hour and a half late.
I mean, be right back is subjective, right?
Yeah. So I was gone for a good 4.5 hours. No big deal, right?
No big deal.
She packed up the luggage all herself, and with the kids, and checked out. And but I knew that I was in deep doo doo. So we had a trip scheduled to the mall, the outlet mall, an hour and a half away. That afternoon. So I made sure I took the girls with me. Kept the girls happy. And when just let my wife do her thing. So she was just gone for a good 3 hours shopping, and I just had the girls and and try to entertain them for 3 hours.
I mean, that just kind of gets you back to even, though.
That barely got me back to even. I was still making up for the rest of the trip, but we got there. We got there eventually. She got over the fact that I left her at the Disney hotel by herself with the two girls.
I love it. Do you have
I'm
any?
here now.
What's that?
I'm here now, so
You're here now. You made it. I'm happy
I
for
made
you
it.
too. Any other final thoughts you have for either new collectors or OGs? Because Sam, I gotta tell you, man, everybody in the community loves you. They love you, man. Like when I told
Thanks,
someone that
man.
you're gonna be on the show, they're like, Sam's the man. And just watching, like I said, I was watching that video of you that I started the show with in prep for the show. And the people's love for you is just, you can't fabricate that. Like literally, if someone next to me hit the moon mando and I had a singular ticket in that box, I'm not jumping on them the way they're jumping on you, right? Like it's not, and I'm happy for everybody else to hit, but that is a different level. Like you're being taken down, right? Like they are mobbing you. I was shocked you didn't get like stampeded. That's genuine, deep love. So from you, who is well respected and loved in the community, you have any words for everyone?
Man, like I said, I don't know if I'm qualified to give any advice to the OGs, man. You know, there's many good ones out there too, and they're
There
all
are.
doing great things already, right? But man, I can't preach enough patience, right? Like just have faith in the studio and what they're doing and where they're taking us, and be excited for that experience, you know, for what's ahead of us, right?
Yep.
And that ride, man. So just be patient, man. I know it can be tough. Like I said, I've missed. I don't know what my streak is, man. Probably 30, 40 in a row. I don't even know, man. It was a cold streak, man. And there's times where I contemplate, man, I'm just gonna quit this shit. Like I
Sure.
don't need this. I don't need this in my life, right? Why do I have this sinking feeling every time I miss a drop, right? And man, but you know, my life is so much richer with piggy banks in it, right? So had I had quit, you know, like early on, I wouldn't have, you know, gained the experiences that I have in the past year, man. So just man, look forward to the experience, man. You when you hit, the feeling is like none other, and you will hit. I mean, trust me. I mean, the studio knows everything. They know that you haven't hit. They know what you like, and they know more than you know. You know, like you feel like unseen. But you know, I told you that story about, you know, what Brad said to me after I won the Moon Mando. Like I didn't even know he knew I existed. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I think even when I actually, even when I became a knight, I sent him a DM once because I was missing. I just wasn't hitting anything, and I was like, man, don't look at this as complaining, man. I just said I'm just looking to you as a coach. I just want to know how to get in the game. Like, how do I, you know, what do I have to do to get a piece, to get a drop, right? Like I said, I had no idea he knew who I was, right? And then at the first dinner, he knew who I was. Second dinner, he knew stuff about me, and I was like, man, I had no idea, right? And they see everything, man. They know so much, and they see you. They definitely see you. So if you haven't hit a piece yet, it's probably because they have something bigger in store for you. So just be patient, and it's gonna come.
Love it, man. Patience is the word, and I couldn't agree with you more. Sam, you're a stud. I appreciate you making the time to be on.
No, man, it's been a blast.
It really
It's
has
been a
been.
blast, man.
All love your collection. Thanks for sharing it with us. Thanks for being on the show, and let's stay in touch, my friend.
For sure, man. Happy to.